Hi friends, happy Tuesday. Feels a little odd still since I spent all day Saturday, off and on online. To be back so soon seems, I don't know, my days are a little mixed up, but I think that's going to be the norm for the next little bit. So I couldn't tell you what we were going to work with today because I really couldn't decide. This is the such a hard part of having a new catalog is that the choices are just wide open as to what I could work with today. So I did narrow it down to bird's eye view. And I'm going to show you a few different ways to work with this stamp set because it's a line art stamp. And so you could stamp it and color it. You could or stamp the images and color them. You could stamp them and not color them at all, or you could do kind of an in between. So we're going to do one card where we stamp the owls, but we don't, not the owls, stamp the birds, but we don't color them. One card where we stamp the books to create a background. And then, oh my gosh, what's the other card? And the other card we're going to color, we're not going to color, we're going to use create a background. Okay, let's see what we've got, all right? And I really wanted to focus on punches today instead of dies. And guys, I apologize. My hair is all kinds of weird today. It always takes it a few days after it gets cut to settle in. So it is very odd today. Okay, so, oh, and my host code is not showing because I didn't update that from Saturday. We're just going to leave that be. So for this first card, put this over here, we're actually casing from the catalog today. And so the bird's eye view, this stamp set is on page 48. And I don't exactly know why it speaks to me so much, but it does. It called to me. And we're going to case this card and we're going to case this card. And in both cases, we are using circle punches instead of dies. Now, I was real tempted to case this card, but I don't have this set of dies yet. That all powerful word yet, right? But I love this card. I think I shared that on Saturday. But anyway, I don't have it, so I can't show it. The color of our card base is Pretty Peacock. So this is a returning color for this catalog. It is in the, I'm pretty sure the Regals, but let's just take a look. I just put my catalog tabs on here and they may not be exactly right yet. Okay, yes. So Pretty Peacock is in the Regals. Blueberry Bushel is another returning color that came into the Regal family. Rich Razzleberry left the family. Sorry, my husband just sent me a text and I'm going to have to deal with that in just a few minutes. Okay, so let's get started. For this card, we're going to create a background with the stacked books. And I am making a graduation card for a member of our church. She is graduating from high school. And I think that this will be a really sweet stamp set to use for her. But I'm just going to tone on tone stamp this. So we're going to use Pretty Peacock ink and just stamp the books kind of on here. And remember, when you stamp, you want to, come off the edges. You don't want to contain everything within the window, or it looks, it will not look right at all. And I don't really want these to be rows, but that's kind of looking how they're going to be. I guess I wanted them to be more random, but I started out in a very orderly fashion, so now I'm kind of got to stick with it. But I'm not being terribly precise, as you can see. And if I end up with gaps that I need to fill in, I can come back and do so. And I just realized what he asked me. Hold on one second. I'm going to just text him back. All right, so that is the pretty peacock. We're going to put that away. Now this stamp set doesn't have any greetings. So for our greetings today, we're going to pull in a few other stamps. And of course, you can use whatever greetings you have handy. I was very glad that this set carried over. So I haven't shared with you. So in the card kit, there will be, so when you place an order, this is also different this week because the ordering special for Saturday's catalog launch carries over until today. So when you place your online order Wednesday through Saturday, this is the card kit that you would get. So it's going to have the two pretty peacock bases, two white liners, oops, it'll need 2 circles for the background and 2 circles for the greeting. And let's just see which of these. This is a very loved stamp in my world, and I wanted to see how thanks would fit. Nope. So hello fits best. Now I could have gone with a different size circle. This is 1 3/4, and right now we have 1 3/4 and 2 inches available online, and then 2 3/8 are available in the catalog. And I know that's confusing. We're all trying to get used to the online exclusives. And lost my thought. It couldn't have been important then, could it? All right, I'm going to grab Cajun Craze to go with this. So we've got a little bit of Pretty Peacock and then crushed curry and Cajun Craze with it. Cajun Craze is a color I love, but I have some friends that, you know, this does not do anything for them. Gorgeous full image there, so no need to stamp it again. And then I'll just blot this off because my friend Tony taught me that if I blot it on my grid paper, there's less ink that transfers to my chamois. Well, that was kind of brilliant. And then we'll put this one back in its little case. Potentially right way in. Okay, then we're just going to layer these together. I mean, this is a super simple, quick card. And you could, clearly I've got a liner in here for the inside, but you could also stamp, you could stamp your bird in there. It might be cute to stamp a little owl. Let's do that. Let's add a little owl to the inside. Because he's super cute. I think I can put the books away. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. That was crazy. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I had some kind of incoming message. Because, of course, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. All right, let's just stamp this owl. do you think? Down here and maybe in Cajun Craze. Copper clay is a beautiful new color. Might need to take some chapstick to this stamp pad. All right. And then we're just going to put it together. So there's our inside and outside. So today we have a bit of a mixture of really quick cards. There's only one that involves actual coloring, and I have a feeling that you won't get to see a complete card there because I cannot decide on my colors. So you might have to actually, hey Joyce, you may have to actually wait till the blog post to see how this last card comes together. There you go. So really simple, quick, hello. And wouldn't that make someone's day, right? Got a reader in your life. That stack of books is super cute. Okay, now to put it somewhere that I don't lose it. All right, that's card 1. And the pieces from the kit. I'm just going to exchange those out. And I think I'm quite clever in the second card that we're making, in the way I figured out something. So this card is, we're going to make this one. Right, and the Designer Series paper is from the large pack of paper. It is included in the paper share, and you have until Saturday to sign up for that. So the large pack of paper, where are you? So it's called Delightfully Eclectic. So it's on page 129, and it's 48 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. I shared this in the on Saturday in the live stream, and you get 4 each of the double-sided sheets. The colors, it's got a ton of colors: black, bubble bath, Cajun craze, calypso coral, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, misty moonlight, night of navy, old olive, petal pink, and pretty peacock. So you should be able to find something in there that will work for whatever you are crafting. Okay, so what's going to be in the kit? So you'll have 2 card bases, and you'll actually need 4. You'll need 4 white pieces, and then the 2, and then the 2. But we're actually going to cut these a little differently, and I'll explain that as we go, right? And I'm going to need to borrow 2 of these for my sample, and I'll replace them in the kit. All right, so the Designer Series paper is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to cut this in just 1/4 inch on each side, because, and you'll get a little strip of calypso coral for this as well. So I'm going to take 1/4 inch off, and I do this off of both pieces because I don't want it to be confusing as to which one goes on the inside and which one is used for the front of the card. That way you don't have to worry about it. They're the same size. we're going to punch some holes here, and we are going to let the, then we're going to stamp on this, right? So I'm going to take the 1 3/4 inch hole punch, and I'm going to come in. Good morning, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to come in about here. I'm using this edge, which it doesn't matter, these are circles. And of course, if this one doesn't work, then, you know, we can do another one. And I'm trying to decide, I want this one not in, not out so far. But I do want them pretty close. All right, let's see how that works. Okay, and then this piece is going to layer up like so, or like so, whichever way you like it. And we're going to do it this way. Now, how are we going to know where to stamp our little owl? So, I thought I was quite clever. Oh yeah, I still am. That's funny. I still am quite clever. I'm actually going to tack this down the tiniest bit in 2 corners. And it just doesn't have to be straight because it's behind this piece and it's well hidden. Okay, now we're going to stamp our Post-it note the same size as that circle. And then I can use this Post-it note to protect anything that might hang over. Okay, so like on this top owl, why do I keep saying owl? They're not all owls. This bird, and let's see, let's stick with, I'm kind of liking basic gray for this, although the path might be pretty, be a little bit lighter. Let's give it a try. We'll just do lots of different colors today too. So this is the new color, Pebbled Path. It's a new neutral, and we're just gonna stamp him about right there. That is the risk. Let's see if I can line it up and get that. No, it does not want. Oh, okay. That had an issue. Is it comforting to know that, you know, not all experiments work really well here either? Okay. So I'm going to put so what happens is that you wouldn't think that just that tiny bit of thickness in the Post-it note would make a difference, but it did. Okay, I'm going to try it again, and what I might do, sometimes if you add a little extra cushion, you can make up for it. So that's what we're going to try and do. And I'm going to push really hard on this side. That worked out much better. So see, how cool is that? And then on this one, the overhang is going to be down in this corner. So I've just put the Post-it sticky note side down where I'm likely to run off. Is it this guy? Yes, it is. And for this one, I'm doing like so. And just that little bit of cushion really made the difference in getting that image the way you wanted it. Ta-da! Now we're going to find a greeting and stamp the glasses in Calypso Coral. I don't need these little yellow pieces, but I can save those for something else. And I'm going to grab these glasses. And see. You know what? I need that Post-it note again. Just want to make sure. It's almost. I would have liked to have had him just a little farther over so that they didn't run over. So maybe. So here we are using this, oh gosh, that's way, that poor little guy, his glasses are way crooked. Oh, I still need that, dang. Okay, we need a greeting that will fit on that little white circle that we have. And I know just the thing. It is where? I'm going to use the same one that they did, which is from Circle Sayings. There you go. Now, let's put this little guy together. And if you press too hard and you've got ink like I did in here, then that may transfer. You don't want that to be part of your stamp, but it might happen. So you're better off to add the little extra cushion. And let's put this away because I'll be wondering why my stamps are all crazy. And so now what we can decide is, had we rather have this on dimensionals on top, or we could do the two of them. I think we want this on dimensionals. So I'm actually gonna, so I've loosened it from where I had my little tacking down. And now I'm gonna come back and add some dimensionals in here. And I'm being pretty careful not to shift this because I don't want to change. I don't want to have to figure out how that puzzle goes back together. There you go. That's that. And we'll put this down and then we'll do our greeting and then that little, I'll show you what we're doing with that little Calypso Coral piece. And oh no, I can do that. I think that this This is 2 inches wide. Maybe that not. No. I'll go half this way. And we'll give it a Tennessee cut. And I bet, I really should have measured that, shouldn't I? That's okay. This is when you get creative like this. And say, okay, I want you about there on that side. Okay, and then oh my gosh, I really messed around with this. So it's probably better to have this a little farther over to the left. Then you'd have more more room for your greeting and not interfere with your stamp. So is there somewhere else that we could put this? No, because that's the only place I left for us. So on the sample that I publish, I will probably move this over a little bit. And then you could stamp on the inside as well. And then my grid paper, line up. The nice thing about cutting a full 1/4 inch off, full 1/2 inch off, is that it's so easy to use. So pretty cute, even though I would change a few things up. Do we feel that way a lot of the times? All right, for the last card, this is a case of something different. Oh, that's why I have too many here. Okay. So, no, this one does need 2 also. Okay, sorry, don't mind while I talk to myself. And so the kit is actually going to have 4 liners as well, 2 card bases, 1 Calypso Coral, and 1 Designer Series paper. Then 2 circles, 2 large circles, 2 small circles. Yep, that's all that. Okay. Let me skip this out of the way. I need that. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut these squares into triangles. And I'm going to do that by placing the ends in the track, and then my blade needs to start out in the middle to prevent getting hung up on the corners and tearing. And I need to do these before I adhere them because I want a border on all 3 sides. If you didn't want that border on the inside, then you would adhere them together and then cut them apart. And we do that in that tuck corner. It is the most gorgeous day here today. And I used Tombow glue because that gives me a little bit of space, a little bit of time to wiggle those around. This paper is from that same paper pack. And we are going to borrow a greeting from Playing in the Rain, which is a stamp set that carried over from the January to April mini catalog. I have quite the dilemma. I need Mother's Day cards. I hope. I'm jealous that you've got a walk-in already. It's going to be quite warm when I get mine in. Oh, I lost my thought. Okay. I think, yeah, I like these colors together too. There are lots of colors in, I mean, I just read them off. It's a huge pack and has so many. Okay, I want this to be Calypso Claw. And we're going to stamp Oh Happy Day. And so that is a really big border. I think I'm gonna cut this down to 2 3/8. Figure out what sizes I've got here. So you're 1 3/4. I'm gonna cut this down to 2. Hold on a second. I have not published, I just realized earlier today that I have not shared the answers to any of our games from Saturday, so I need to get on the ball, get that done. Okay, I like those two better. And just so we can show another option this time, we'll put them on dimensionals. There we go. Put those back over there. Put this away. Now, this is how they go. And I need to take a quick peek and see if I want to go. Yes, I do. Okay. I thought so. So I'm casing a card that Julie Golding, I think her last name is Page, Julie Page. Hopefully I didn't just get glue all over the edges, but I might have. Alright. And, well, actually, so it's going to turn out a little different than hers. Well, of course it would, but even more different than I anticipated. Well, let's take a look at something. So these this is 3¼ inches. My designer series paper is 3. I'm going to create some more space here. So I'm going to cut this 2½ and 2½. So this is what happens when you don't have a chance, when you can't make a decision before you go live. Because what I want, yeah, that's probably better. Okay. Okay, so I made that 2½. So we're gonna take this to 2¼ . Oh, slid. All right, y'all with me so far? So when you choose your designer series paper for this, you want something that doesn't have any obvious directional pattern to it. Well, I won't, because that would make it hard for me to figure out how to cut and align and all of that. So I will choose forgiving patterns like this one. I'll save that for another time. So this will go like this, and this will go like so. This is going to go in here, and I've got kind of a rough edge there. Okay, like that. And then we need to stamp our birds, not owls, just birds. And I kind of like that pebbled path that we used last time. Oh my gosh, that is so tight. I definitely need to get after it. Okay, now we're going to fussy cut these a little bit. Normally I would color first, but I think I'm going to run out of time no matter what I do, so I would rather have your input on the layout, and then I'll figure out my colors for these little guys. All right, you gotta get off there. So anyway, I did think about Mother's Day cards today, but the problem is, if you needed these cards for your own sending, well, they would need to be in the mail already, and you won't have your kit until, well, too late. So I decided I'm going to have to do Mother's Day cards on my own. And I needed something else for here. So poor planning on my part. I need to set alarms for next year for all of these things. work ahead. That's really kind of clever, isn't it? To go ahead and set an appointment to work on Mother's Day cards one specific day next April. Okay, somebody's going to help me remember. Hope you'll help me remember that. And there are still, what is today? Today's the 9th, so there's still time to sign up for the card club. This month we are featuring the in colors and whatever greeting set that you would like to use. Okay, yeah. The good thing is with my mom coming in, you know, the middle of next week, I can just, you know, save everything for then, right? Okay, I think this is pretty stinking cute. Even not colored, they are cute. But I need to figure out colors for them and pop them here. And my next question is, the loose daisy, what's that what they're called? The loose daisy embellishments. I'm pretty sure these carried over. And I'm wondering about, oh Lord help us. These are not adhesive backed, but I'm wondering how some of these might look permanently attached to my fingers. Maybe I'll just put lots of little dots of glue down and then just, buddy, if you can stick, you can stay. What do you think? Oh, thank you so much. Is it Thaleen? Is that how I say that? Oh, I'm not paying attention here. So I think it was the right thing to do to cut it down. I like this placement, and I think the daisies will kind of work. These are little flowers, not exactly the same colors, but you could probably even take a blend and color some of those daisies. So I might do that. That's kind of brilliant too. Wow, I've just got all this kinds of inspiration here. Okay, so if you've got suggestions for coloring these guys, drop that in the comments too. And they don't have to be realistic. I'm not, you know, I'm not an artist, but I do want them to look, you know, sweet. How about sweet? Sweet's good, right? So maybe even, I don't even know. I'm going to have to play with that. But if you've got ideas, please share your ideas for what colors to use for this. And then let me bring back in the other cards that we made. And like I said, I'm going to make this one a little different and move this circle the other way. But, so don't get my message here is don't get intimidated by line art images, because you don't have to color to make something that is super cute, super pretty, you know, whatever look it is you're going for. You can do like we did here. You can create a background like we did here. Now these two I am going to color, but you don't have to. And the other thing is that, you know, you see a lot of presentations, demonstrations using the cut and emboss machine. We didn't use that anywhere today, but we created lots of interest and layers and texture, partly by the designer series paper, and partly by punches. Okay, punches are a nice alternative as you're building your collection. I think I used 3 different size punches, 3 different size circle punches, but you know, I guess that's my message, right? So, and then the same pack of designer series paper for these cards too. Now, I did not stick within the same color family, but anyway, there you have it for today. This will be in a blog post later today, and then tomorrow I hope to have a template, for a new template for us. I'm creating a year's worth of card recipes or templates for us to have as a resource going forward. How do you find your mojo? That's one of the ways that I find mine. So have a wonderful, blessed day today. Don't forget that today is the last day for the catalog launch ordering special, and then tomorrow is the ordering special for the class to go. So tomorrow through Saturday, your orders will qualify you for this class to go kit, and your orders Saturday through today qualify you for the ordering special from the launch party. And then there's still time to register for Card Club or to sign up for the paper share. So you can get lots of, you get little pieces, not little pieces, 6x12 or 6x6 pieces of all of the Designer Series paper. It's a great way to find out which ones are your must-haves, or you may just get as much as you need for what you're doing in the paper share itself. So have a great day. I saw Calypso breast and on a bluebird, so all right, so we're thinking maybe balmy blue or boho blue, something like that. All right, I'm going to play with that. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you back next Tuesday, right before we leave on our trip. So take care. Bye-bye.